Next thing I want to talk about is our park system. Again, currently and moving forward, having our park system operate in a place where it's self-supporting, but also improving. So when we got here, much like many of the programs here at the county, there was lots of deferred maintenance. There was a concern about, are we going to continue to do these programs? How do we move forward? We've lost all this revenue. We no longer have the money to do things. And I think everybody's first reaction is just to quit spending money, which is actually a really good reaction, especially in government. However, as we started to clear the fog a little bit and come through that initial reaction, we had to figure out if we were going to do things. Some things we decided not to do, but other things we said, you know what, there may be a path here where we can continue to provide services and fund them in a different way. So one of the things that Parks had been successful at and has become very successful at is having people pay for camping. So camping is something that nobody ever complains about having to pay for. We get complaints about other issues around fees in parks, but not camping. So the whole concept of investing in facilities that people are willing to pay for, using the revenue that those facilities generate to pay for the park system, the total park system, is really a philosophy that we've adopted. And this last year, 2019, has quite a few really great examples of work that was done in that sort of mindset. So the first thing, just the magnitude of our park system. So our park system and the Parks Department manages approximately 3,000 acres of parks properties. That's over 70 properties. I think people sort of know their park and their part of the county or their community, they know about that. They don't realize how many there are all over the county. And that includes 40 developed day use areas, 23 boat ramps, and 10 campgrounds. And that work of managing those is done with a staff of 16 and a lot of volunteers. So it's pretty amazing the amount of work that they do. And then you pile this storm on, you can imagine on that 3,000 acres, it seems like about every other tree got blown down, and that's an exaggeration, but a lot of trees got knocked down. But interestingly enough, at the beginning of the year before the storm, the county had decided to remove some hazard trees from some of our parks. We were actually awarded a statewide Safety Excellence Award for the management and coordination of those hazard tree removals in 5 of our parks. And none of those trees, those hazard trees that had been removed before the storm, fell down and hurt anybody or damaged any property. We had got them out of there prior to the storm. We did lose quite a few trees during the storm, but I'm glad we did that work ahead of time. Some interesting developments that are going on and continue to go on through 2019 and into the future. Probably the most significant is the work that's being done at Umpqua Dunes. So the county purchased Umpqua Dunes a while back. Through 2019, there had been several major phases of the rehabilitation done, and there's a huge phase going on right now. I was over there New Year's Eve, and the portion of the campground that was not under construction was full. That park continues to outperform any sort of prediction that we had when we purchased it. And when I say outperform, I mean in number of nights that people stay there and the amount of revenue that it generates. There is, this next phase will be done. I just had a citizen come in and I helped him go down and reserve some space for the 4th of July weekend. And the entire portion of the new redone campground pull-through sites is already full and reserved for the 4th of July weekend. It's not even built yet, and it's completely reserved and booked. But there's been also other things done in the park system, and again, Commissioner Boyce oversees the Parks Department. Everything from the new playground down at Chief Mailita Day Use Area, a new vault toilet, the Equestrian Trails group partnered with us out at Knight Campground, and things like the phase 2 of the Half Moon Bay, which new road access and shop and those things are all being done. The investment in our park system is not wholly and solely in one area. Really, it is over the entire county, and everything from signage to restrooms to just better maintenance of the facilities. Very pleased with the direction of the park system. We are very hopeful, maybe in 2 more budget cycles, that we'll be able to remove the parking fee. If we continue the direction we're going and the budget continues to work like it's working, it looks like there is an opportunity we may be able to do that. Again, under Commissioner Boyce's leadership, that's looking very much possible. Next thing I want to talk a little bit about is a liaison